Spot welds are really hard to remove. I'm going to use this brush. I'm going to apply this rust converter. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye. Right now we're going to start removing the extra panels that we have on the front of the car and some on the back of the car. Also, these panels have been mounted during the spot welds. Spot welds are really hard to remove. There are some few ways to remove them. You can buy a specific kit for spot welds, but unfortunately I don't have those ones. You can use a grinder or a drill. I don't want to get holes in the car because that will weaken my chassis. In this case, I'm going to be using the grinder, regular electric grinder, and for tough spots, the small spots, I'm going to be using the small grinder, pneumatic grinder with an extra hard tip. Be very careful about this because these tips are very sharp, and all the extra material that is going to be removed is going to be very sharp and edgy. So if it gets in your hands or on your face or anywhere else, it's going to be really hard to remove them. That's why I'm going to be using leather gloves, a face shield, full face shield, and a leather jacket. Okay, let's get it on. We're going to start with one corner, and then we're going to go along and then remove them one by one. We're going to go all around and then slowly removing them one by one, and then finally the panel will come out. Okay, as you can see, the car is pretty clean now. I removed all the panels. I mean the panels that I don't need them anymore. In here, the next thing was supposed to come. It's the radiator that will be coming from the top to the bottom here. And I will attach them very soon. That's going to be the next plan. As you can see, everything is inside. It's clean. Spotless. Obviously I'm gonna have to paint spray it just to make sure that it won't rust, and also we have it in the front. As you can see, I removed all the panels. They were coming from here on the top, and then also from this side on the top and all the way down. Alright, so for now it's clean. There are other stuff that I want to remove as well. For example, this part here, I will remove them. I don't need this, and this as well. I will cut this off very soon, but for now, just want to make sure that everything stays clean. I mean, I don't want all these arches to be moved by an accident when the guys are doing the roll cage. So also this one. And this will reinforce. After I will cut this off, this panel here, I will have a reinforcement going from the bottom to the top as well. So we'll reinforce my strut, and next what I want to do after I finish the radiator is going to be mounting or at least placing the seat to see where it's going to come, how high it's going to be, and well, I think that will be it. This will close the prep for the roll cage. Yeah, one more thing I need to add, that this isolation, the soundproofing, I need to remove it before I get it to the guys in the shop, because I'm gonna have a reinforcement for the rear axle. I have 4 bolts that they have to be reinforced, as you can see over there. Okay, so the next thing will be removing the radiator and the seat from the old car, and trying to find a way to mesh them into this one. In order to weld the roll cage all around, we're gonna have to remove the windshield. So we have here a big L, removing the windshield, and we'll see how to do it. So as you can see right now, there is a lot of rust behind the fuel tank, and I checked closely, and it looks like the rust is not very deep, which is good news. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try to remove all the rust from here, and once it's done, I'm going to apply this rust converter, which in turn is going to keep the area safe from rust, and it's paintable. So once this is dry, I'm going to apply one more layer of rust converter. After 10 minutes, I'm going to be able to paint it over with a black spray or whatever I want to. So we're going to start removing the rust. I'm going to have the mask on and face shield. Okay. And what else? I'm going to have the regular, just thin gloves. And I'm going to use this brush just to remove any kind of rust I have. Let's go. So today I'm going to start the engine. It has been started for several months. Yeah, I did warm it up a bit before I started, but I want to share with you this sound of a V12 turbo engine. Okay. Well, the reason why I started up today and then shared it with you, it's because unfortunately we have to say goodbye. That's why I want to hear it for the last time, because it's confirmed that from this season I'm gonna heading an LS3 engine. You want to see it? All right, let me show you. All right, we have here one LS3 based engine, a little monster with 650 horsepower, and I'm not sure exactly, but it's about 800 900 newtons. And you want to hear it? Sure? Whoa, just relax, okay? Let's talk about the engine, alright? Because you heard me saying that it's an LS3 based engine, because it's not an LS3 engine. And it's actually an L99. Whoa, let me talk about the L99. So, the L99 has been designed by the GM engineers in order to sell more cars. Because not everybody wants to have a race car driving to the work and back and work and back, because first of all it's very expensive, right? And it's not very comfortable to have a race car driven on the highway. So the GM engineer said, well, let's try to find a way to get the regular people to drive a race car based car. First of all, they changed the transmission. They opted for an automatic transmission, which is very comfortable. Second thing that what they did, they added an AFM, which stands for active fuel management. So what happens is that when you're driving on a highway and the car feels that you don't need much power, it deactivates 4 of the cylinders. So you're running on 4 cylinders instead of 8, right? So basically, you're saving a lot of fuel. So obviously, that's going to be more cheaper for the regular based people who don't want to have a race car day by day, but just have fun when they want to have fun, right? Now, in regards to the AFM for this engine, I'm not sure if it has been deleted or not, but obviously we're going to check once the engine is out of the car. Now, the car came with the automatic transmission, which is not proper for drifting, and I'm gonna have to use a manual transmission, and I'm still gonna use the same one that I used previously on the other car, and it is a GS coming from the 330 diesel car, the E46. I found an adapter that's gonna combine these two. It comes from the PMC Motorsports. It does come with the clutch kit. Now the clutch kit should support 1300 horsepower, which is pretty good for me, keeping in mind that this will push 900 newtons, and the price is pretty high. It's 2700 ish, and also I'm gonna have to change the engine management, because right now the engine is running on a original engine management, and I want to do a different unit. I'm probably going to use Max EQ, and then I'm going to have to do the rewiring. Obviously it's going to be done by our engine management guru called Cătălin.
Salutare,
So right now the chassis is in Bucharest, and the guys are finishing up the roll cage. And once it's done, I'm gonna just drive down to Bucharest, pick it up, bring it back home, and then I continue the building. Now, what is next to do is obviously to remove the engine from the Camaro, and we'll see what's up with the engine, trying to sort it out together with the transmission, and then have fun with it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did so, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos, and hit the bell button in order to get notification every time I push out new videos, because news will come out soon, and then I think it's going to be a very exciting year. Let's go! Okay, so big update on the engine. So let's talk about differentials.